This is why I have to disagree with this list immediately, because when you put Dragunov as undisputed top 1, in my opinion, you're directly or indirectly saying that he's significantly better than Jin, and I can't sign under that. How is Dragunov significantly better than Jin?
Hey guys, it's me again, Nova, the edgy karate guy, your Tekken buddy. A quick disclaimer for you, the spectator. You might be a new guy around here. That being the case, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy my Tekken content. But if you happen to be a first timer, it is almost imperative that you watch this video first before you watch this one, because they're thematically connected. One can only make sense, in a whole sense of making sense, in light of the other. So I ask that you watch that one first. The link is in the video description. I can promise you it will not disappoint. Believe me. That being said, let's get it on. I hope you enjoy the ride.
Jin is a perfect character. He's for sure S tier. Jin Kazama, who is the hero and the best and the nicest guy. Jin is S tier. Completely broken. That's why I say diarrhea when I talk about characters like Jin. It's monkey mode. Jin option selects you with his offense. The most streamlined offense and Oki you will ever see in a Tekken game. He's dodging every single fucking nerf. Jin again can be operated by a hamster with significant brain damage. And the same hamster is drunk. The same hamster lost one arm in an automobile accident. The character plays itself. Jin is too perfect. Jin is way too fucking perfect. You know, streamlined offense in Tekken 8, you can just do a couple of moves and they cover everything, like you would do with Jin. It's fucking absurd. But just shut down everything the opposing player can do. Kazuya is still a Tekken 7 character, but somehow is allowed to exist in Tekken 8. Kazuya plays Legacy Tekkens. He plays very clean, very honest. I'm going to outplay you, Tekken. Jin is allowed Tekken 8 offense. I do my demon pull. Boom! There's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it.
When the full game released, I heard a lot of top players say he's kind of trash. He's kind of bad. He doesn't really have any lows. And I was like, I'm sorry. While Scourge is going to be reactable in the end at 22 frames. And again, you can react to this, but you're going to have to play offline, because online it just doesn't work. Because it's got an obvious animation, like an unblockable, and that cues you in, but he's doing Scourge. But if a Jin mental stacks you enough with different options, you're not going to block that on reaction.
Hold it! Excuse me? Speak for yourself next time. Let's prove this once and for all. I'll go beyond what I did last time. I'll up the ante here. I'll give myself 2 frames of input delay, meaning I'll be reacting to it as a 20 frames low, not a 22 frames low. Let's end this discussion once and for all. I could do this all day, bro. I legit could do this all day. This shit is more reactable than many snake edges in the game. Holy shit. The dude is basically announcing he's gonna slash. Hey, I'm gonna glow my torso here with a devil power and spin in the most distinctive animation one could possibly think of. A completely unique animation, alien to the context of my entire move list. You should duck now, okay? This move is a Trojan horse that effectively destroyed Jin's low game, particularly at high level Tekken. His low game lost so much in order to have this. For what? For this? This is a bad joke. So what's the excuse now? This is my quote-unquote gamer setup. A shitty-ass 2010 laggy TV. What is your excuse to not react to this pile of shit? So that's what makes him an S tier? This shit? You mean to tell me a guy like Ulsan, a guy like Lowhigh, a guy like Arslan Ash will not react to this shit when they have access to high-end monitors and can afford the best technology can provide? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? This is gaslighting. You're being lied to. And what baffles me is that people bought it. Well, people buy into so much these days. Just bow down to authority figures and cater to the hive mind. Embrace conformity, right? Well, I guess it's only natural, because most people will treat Tekken influencers' words as evangelical truths, and they won't care to do their own research. It's easier to just blame the character than take accountability for your own shortcomings as a player, and put some work to improve on what you lack as a player. Like a lack of defensive and reactive skills, for example.
Just so tiresome playing this game. It's so tiresome. The character is so fucking stupid. Such a stupid character.
Let's see firsthand what happens when the preachings of the cult start clashing with objective reality.
Let's go! He's already getting some box in. Small checks, nothing big coming out just now. Also potentially looking for that one-to-one roll. Nice punish already. He's ready for it. He's away.
After that down back 4, that was crazy. What a punish from Sayers this tournament. The down forward one extension from jacking up. A nice punish on the power crush. Seth gets the win, God fist. No combo drops this time.
There's a bunch of damage on the board as well. It's going to be a scary situation. The hard to hit wall break.
Yeah, stops the wall break with punish from Ulsan though.
We're on a button. Ulsan one round away from claiming that first game. Nice duck from Seth. Beautiful punish.
Dog on the back 4-3. That was the first time he used it at all set. He's ready. Seth with the wall combo. What's the Oki? Goes for the health sweep and whiffs.
Wow, the movement from Ulsan was insane to go around the health sweep as well. Ooh, nice. Getting over the health sweep. Nice duck on the electric.
Into the wall. 10 seconds in. Oh.
There we go. Won't be recovering much health, but at least this is the chip damage. Oh, no reactive this time.
Right, back to the corner. Ulsan. How's he going to get out of here? Use the heat smash. What's the plus mix up? What's for the dive kicks?
Well, here for Seth was the Oki situation. Oh, a crucial block from Ulsan.
How many times has that been reacted to and blocked now? The perfect punish of the wall standing 1+2.
The carry to the wall here as well. Oh, wow,
nice.
what a carry! Doesn't get the ender though. Again, good punish from Ulsan.
Nice, take confirm on the forward 3, gonna get a full combo from side wall splat, might mess him up. Okay, shortens the combo a little bit.
Takes from Seth. Oh, and another massive call out. Ulsan just catching on to when Seth is going to do a low and getting the most of the punish.
I think Ulsan's a little bit inside Seth's head right now. He's getting all his lows blocked. Not that one though, he's in the middle of the sidewalk.
Ulsan still in set point, but Steph's looking for something. Oh, doesn't come into the second hit. Knew that would whiff. Okay, nice counter hit confirmed.
Took the back 4-3 there, but he did the mid. Oh, 1-2-1 gonna counter hit. That should be the round.
Oh, still alive.
He's alive. He's alive.
Look at the
Oh, is he gonna spend it? Wow. Catches him flying in.
That was a nasty conversion. That was sick.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was also sick.
Hang
oh,
on.
he has range R2. Oh, he decides to
charge it up. Charge it up.
He went for a forward range kick. Are you serious? And he gets punished for a thrust.
Wow.
I like that option, but look at that.
This matchup.
I mean, both of those rounds were decided on clutch scraper here.
Oh, good block.
The laser.
The character plays
bro,
itself.
You are not pulling off the heat dash cancel out from CBM. Able to get some of his life back, but here's a big punish from
Heat, unable to recover that much health.
He puts the brakes on.
Oh my god. Blocked on the down two.
Oh!
Gets parried.
Looked like.
Okay, FF4 with a pick up, and now we see CBM introducing the wall, the hazard as well. It's side splat though.
Oh!
That was a sick combo. It's on plus frames.
Fighting, trying to get out of there. Nice, he went for the 74, trying to kick him in the neck.
1-1-2.
Oh, what a clutch block there on the down two.
These defenses are on point. Lows have not been hitting. Oh, that low did hit. The movement, the
Chase him
punish.
down, he's gonna get the follow-up there.
Okay, gets the wall too. He's gonna get significant damage here, Markman.
What's the mix-up? What are we gonna see? He goes for the mid and he...
Final sequence, Kudans has Rage to work with, or we're gonna see a clutch Rage art. Oh, completes the scraper.
Oh, he blocked him and he's gonna take it here.
Wow.
CBM with the clutch.
So this is what I would ask Arslan, and you know, he's much better than me at this game. He'd probably have something super interesting to say. But how can you motivate Dragunov being in a tier of his own above Jin? I don't know.
जिन की एक से वीकनेस है वो ये है कि अगर ओपोनेंट रिएक्शन अगर ओपोनेंट के अच्छे हैं खेल लिया कि जिनके डाउन बैक 4 पे मेरी आई सेट है जिनके डाउन 2 पे और जिनकी हेल्थ स्वीप पे मेरी आई सेट है.
One that was very difficult for me is when you say that Jin's hell sweep is reactable. I'm just like it's not. It 100% is not reactable.
React to the hell sweep. React to the hell sweep. Nobody's gonna believe me if you're a new player, but Jin players at the highest level are reacting to this hell sweep. At the highest level, people are reacting to this.
You claim that this is a reactable low. That low is not reactable, buddy. Do a test yourself. Blocking this on reaction.
You see, he also turns his shoulders. He stutters, and this is the only way he turns it. This is the only animation he has that does this. This is why it's possible. This is why it's possible. And the down 2 is arguably the easiest of all of these, but this is new to Tekken 8.
得意のかかと落としスイッチして蹴りました。下ろした足でローキックを蹴り込みます。
Oh, what do I do now? Oh, down 2. It hurts so much. Oh my god, another down 2, another! Should I duck now? No! Harada, please help me. Please nerf. Please nerf. He's so broken, man. He's so broken.
Now, there is also a completely separate reality when it comes to this character that is conveniently not talked about by Tekken influencers and Jin haters in general. They don't talk about this reality because they are malicious in intent and have a deep-rooted bias and hostility against Jin as a character. This reality is simply called high-level Tekken. You see, she reacts to it. This low does not exist as a pool. She still reacts to it. There's nothing I can do beyond praying for it to connect. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, imagine having lows. Whoa, what is that? Magnificent punish, holy shit. Bum, 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 bum. That all being established, what remains of Tekken 8 Jin when all his damaging lows are consistently reacted? I'll tell you what. This is what Tekken influencers and Jin haters don't want you to know about Tekken 8 Jin.
Jin is too perfect. Jin is way too fucking perfect.
How is Dragunov significantly better than Jin?
How is Dragunov significantly better than Jin?
How is Dragunov significantly better than Jin? How is Dragunov significantly better than Jin?
So, why is this happening and what is the root cause of the problem? I'll tell you what. Jin down 2. The entirety of the power of Jin's low game is concentrated in Jin down 2. Like entirely concentrated. They gave the most rewarding properties and the most chunky damage in a low that simply does not exist at high level Tekken. Let's go for what matters. Let's talk numbers so you can grasp and have a deeper understanding of the current situation of Jin's low game for high level Tekken. Jin's lows at high level Tekken are down 3 and down 4. Period. When we're talking numbers, Jin has to hit the opponent 17 times through down 4 to win the round. And if he goes down 3, he has to hit the opponent 26 times to win the round. This is not a joke, I'm not joking. 26 times. The average Tekken character has to hit you 9 to 12 times to win the round through unreactable low pokes. For you to have an even better understanding of the problem, let's look into the past. How many times did I have to hit my opponent with unreactable low pokes to win the round? Let's count, shall we?
Fight! 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 Fight!
Now that you have the past as a reference to understand how fucked up Tekken 8 Jin's situation is when it comes to his low game for high level Tekken, they made the present even more gruesome because of the removal of traditional down 3-3. Traditional down 3-3 was a quintessential low for high-level Jin gameplay. Down 3-3 was the in-between down 4, which would not ever be reacted, and down back 4, which would often be reacted. It was completely unreactable at 15 frame startup. It dealt 17 damage, minus 14 on block, standing status, and it was minus 1 on hit, so you could work on the neutral. Turns out we lost this low, which was quintessential for high-level Jin gameplay.
Oh, and they nerfed Fengwei's up for 2. We're like, evasive attacks of this type, you know, stealing someone's turn, evading up for 2. I evade with a sidestep and I mid-punch you. Why is this safe? So they made Fengwei's jab punishable. Jin's is still safe at -7 block. Jin's is still safe. He's dodging every single fucking nerf.
Hold it! Gee, man, I wonder if there could possibly be a reason for Jin up forward 2 and Feng up forward 2, despite having a similar nature and a similar application, having a different frame data. I wonder what could possibly be the reason for that, bro. I wonder if the reason is if Jin up forward 2 doesn't do a fucking 90-degree teleport that can casually evade an universe of options the opponent throws at you. I really wonder if the reason is that Jin up forward 2 is not an universal panacea that gets you out of any problem at any cost, but rather it is a more specialized option that is only viable to respond to specific options from the opponent, not giving you the power to get out of any problem at any cost. I wonder if there could possibly be a reason that their frame data are different. It's quite convenient for you to say Jin up forward 2 is -7 on block, while the other sideways evading moves are unsafe, and claim this is somehow unbalanced, while simultaneously not ever mentioning or taking into account it doesn't have nowhere near the lateral evasion from the moves you use as comparison. Jin up forward 2 doesn't have the power to evade trackers. It has the power to evade linears, just like a regular sidestep would. It doesn't protect Jin from trackers, it doesn't protect Jin from counter hit launchers, because it doesn't change the axis. Jin is still facing the opponent when he attempts a forward 2. This is not a panacea. I can't mash this move to get out of any problem at any cost. Why do you not ever mention it? Why do you leave this information in the dark? Why, I ask you? It's because you have a personal agenda against this character. You want his to become punishable like everyone else, while his is infinitely less evasive and effective than everyone else. Are you willing to boost Jin's upward to evasion and effectiveness just like everyone else in order to make it unsafe just like everyone else? Oh, you don't? Oh, I see. So this is not about balancing. This is about hating a character for the sake of hating. If you leave such a crucial information in the dark, you're maliciously misleading people into believing these moves are the same. But they're not the same. It's quite easy and convenient to do that, because people won't care to do their own research on this. It's so easy to mislead and fool people, man. So easy. What is not easy is to bring the truth into light. Is to single-handedly undo the damage and the disservice you did. And now we proceed with the most malicious and insidious lie you ever came up with.
Jin again can be operated by a hamster with significant brain damage. And the same hamster is drunk. The same hamster lost one arm in an automobile accident. The character plays itself.
The character plays itself.
Plays itself.
Can be operated by a hamster with significant brain damage.
Oh, I'm so sorry. This is gonna hurt.
Plays itself. Plays itself. Jin option selects you with his offense.
Hold it! Traditionally, ever since Zen was introduced in Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Jin's Zen transitions on block were always option selectable by the universal 13 frames down forward 1 check. If any Jin transitioned into Zen on block, you went for the 13 frames down forward 1 check and you would beat every single option from Jin. In order for Jin to not lose in this interaction and be punished or interrupted with a counter hit, Jin was forced to Zen cancel in order to become safe on block, or as safe as he could become, according to the move he transitioned Zen from. The same exact rule applies to Tekken 8 Jin. If you down forward 1 check his Zen transitions on block, every single option Jin tries will either be interrupted or downright murdered by the 13 frames down forward 1 check. He will be forced to frame perfect Zen cancel in a game where Namco puts a heavy mechanical obstacle in order to not allow Jin players to Zen cancel, making it the most advanced and complex defensive technique in Tekken history.
Every button covers so many of your options. So much of your defensive utility.
Objection! Liar! Man, how can you lie so much? I'm done with this. And let it be known, from the very beginning, when we had our discussion about the issues of Tekken 7 Jin, I always assumed ignorance, never malice. I always assumed you didn't know what you were talking about, because you haven't done your research. When you lied about Tekken 7 Jin lateral movement, claiming Tekken 7 Jin moved just like Tekken 7 Kazuya.
Jin's movement is just like Kazuya's in pretty much any situation. Jin has pretty fucking decent movement. You see how quickly he moves here? Laterally. If fixing it... Nova, you have movement like Kazuya with Jin. It's just something weird happens in this specific interaction.
Take that!
Jin's movement is fine, and Kazumi tracking him when he steps doesn't mean he has bad movement.
And no, this is not an opinion, because objective reality can't have subjective value. If a fact is easily verifiable on practice mode, it doesn't belong in the realm of opinion. You claim I call people liars when they have divergent opinions, but that is really not the case.
Again, Noah Saiken has an interesting understanding of the word lie. If he disagrees with you, he says, "You are lying! You lie!" And I'm like, it's my opinion. He trains Kyokushin karate. You know, so that type of Jin main.
Okay. For what it's worth, the main man is a legit funny guy. And it's a damn shame we can't be friends because of this shit. Man, I wish he stopped slandering Jin and spreading hostility on the character. Cause tell you what, I'm a long-time fan of his content, and I like the guy. When I first reached out to you in Tekken 7 days, I assumed ignorance. I assumed you simply didn't know about Tekken 7 Jin defects, that is, Tekken 7 Jin non-movement and Tekken 7 Jin non-okizeme. But then you were presented with the knowledge. You were educated on a subject you clearly weren't knowledgeable about. And by the way, there's no problem whatsoever in not knowing something. No one is entitled to know everything. That's what learning is for. People share knowledge. There's no problem whatsoever in not knowing something. And I always acknowledge that, as I'm also eager to learn what I don't know. I'm entitled to not know something. What I'm not entitled to is to lie about something I don't know. And that is exactly what happened back then. And you insist on lying about the character. So it comes a point, it just stops being mere ignorance. I'm done attributing this to mere ignorance. This is malice work. You are lying about Jin, as you always did. Another disinformation you propagated about Tekken 8 Jin and made it into a false consensus is the silly idea that Tekken 8 Jin FF2 was made a completely broken move that supposedly became a tracker, supposedly had its tracking improved, and now magically Jin's offense is streamlined and revolves around FF2 because supposedly no one can do nothing about Jin's offense because FF2 is unbeatable. Well, that is according to you.
Jin is too perfect. Jin is way too fucking perfect. You know, streamlined offense in Tekken 8? You can just do a couple of moves and they cover everything, like you would do with Jin. Oh, what is this? Foot for two. Oh, it's a good move, I think. Oh, cannot sidestep. His demon po is fucking absurd. In terms of reach, in terms of tracking. Doesn't matter that it doesn't push back a lot on block anymore, but just shut down everything the opposing player can do. This is what is known as streamlined offense. I don't need attack A, B, C, D, E, F working together in tandem to shut down different options. I only need the one, right? I only need the one. Nothing you can do, nothing you can do.
You might fool people because they do not actually know this character beyond surface level knowledge. The same surface level knowledge you yourself display. People base their own takes on Jin according to your disinformation. But you're not fooling me because I happen to know this character inside out. What I'm about to show you, the spectator, might seem unbelievable because the main man created an alternate reality. He created an alternate reality to such an extent, sold a moral panic campaign, and people actually bought it because, sadly, people take his words as evangelical truths without doing their own research. Most Tekken players are just casuals who don't know better and wouldn't care to actually study the game. And that is precisely the reason it was so easy for Tekken influencers like the main man to gaslight an entire community. The reason being, people don't actually lab this game, they just go ranked, instead of spending quality time on practice mode, as they should be. So if you, as the Tekken influencer, claim something is homing, something is overpowered, something is broken, something negates your defensive options, people take your words at face value and start reverberating it as a fact. They will eat every single thing you regurgitate until it becomes a consensus, and a false one at that. What I'm getting at is that, believe it or not, despite what the main man claims, Tekken 8 Jin FF2 had its actual tracking nerfed from traditional Jin FF2. Don't believe me? No problem whatsoever, my man. Unlike the main man, I don't come up with assumptions out of my ass just because I pathologically hate a character. I always come with living, material proof so you can see for yourself. You don't have to believe me. Believe your own eyes. Traditional Jin FF2 had actual tracking to Jin's strong side, sidestep left or sidewalk left. I'm not talking about delay timings, wave realignment tags, or movement versus movement tags for realignment. I'm talking about real, consistent, reliable tracking. If you go left, traditional Jin FF2 will most likely track you for real. Now, remember the supposed broken move that option selects you, fully tracks you, and forbids you from sidestepping? Yeah, this move. It doesn't actually track shit in itself. Tekken 8 Jin FF2 can only actually track Jin's strong side provided Jin is +6 or further. Other than that, no deal. But even if you have an even bigger plus on Jin than +6, you will still be able to sidestep and sidewalk right Tekken 8 Jin FF2. There of course being Jin's weak side. Up until +5, it's free real estate. You can move to any side. But then, here comes the interesting part, and now you will fully realize how much of a hypocrite the main man is when it comes to Jin specifically. Even though Tekken 8 Jin FF2 is an 100% linear spear in itself, there are still instances to make this move hit opponents moving. These instances are simply called realignment. Realignment can be achieved by many techs. 1. Delayed timings. I wait for the bulk of your movement to happen before acting, then my dash motion will realign the axis. 2. Wave realignment. Each crouch dash in a wave dash will realign with the opponent the moment you cancel the crouch dash with a dash to be able to start another crouch dash. 3. Movement versus movement. You move, I move in order to pursue, therefore forcibly realigning the axis. And now things get interesting. Some months ago, I posted a video showcasing how high-level Kazuya players apply the same text to make Kazuya Casino 50-50 an actual casino, because there's absolutely nothing you can do beyond the acts of mere guessing, since the Mishima Hell Sweep is absolutely unreactable, unlike Jin's LLRK, which is reactable. I showed how high-level Kazuya players would realign their electrics, their FF2s, to boost its tracking in a way that attempting the conventional counterplay to Kazuya's 50-50, that is, sidewalk left, becomes completely obsolete because you die for trying to sidewalk left. And by the way, I wasn't even complaining about it, I was only showcasing it. This is not something that bothers me at all. I actually appreciate this sophistication from high-level Kazuya players and recognize there is brainpower involved in doing this. But the main man completely glossed over it, in the unironical belief I was trying to prove Kazuya is a broken character because of that, or whatever fed his paranoia at that moment. But let's just hear what he had to say about it.
As soon as you start talking about delayed timings, you are talking about very advanced stuff. Like, that is high-level stuff. You delay your timing and you wait. And you also put yourself at risk doing that. What if the opponent challenges your frames? Just delayed timing, brah, it doesn't really cut it either.
I mean, it's not like Kazuya has the most terrifying, tailor-made insurance policy to effectively forbid the opponent from challenging his plus frames and his momentum, right?
What if the opponent challenges your frames? I would say. Yeah, but what if a Jin attacks? You think most people are just gonna let you wave dash in their face?
It's not like Kazuya has the means to completely obliterate you if you dare to press on his plus frames, right? It's funny how when it's to advocate for Kazuya, he magically sweeps down forward 2 under the rug, when the existence of Kazuya down forward 2 in itself is the exact reason why people don't press into Kazuya's plus frames. If it wasn't for the existence of counter hits down forward 2, any high-level player would simply immediately magic 4 the moment Kazuya builds any plus or any momentum. Kazuya down forward 2 is tailor-made to not let that happen. But of course, it's not convenient for mainmen to talk about it. And that's not even the issue here. I have no issue with Kazuya counter hits down forward 2. So even though you can clearly see the hypocrisy, we're wasting time here, so let's move on.
Most people are not going to allow you to, I'll just wait out your mix-up. What you're talking about here is really advanced gameplay. That's high-level gameplay. I know you're gonna sidewalk, so I'm gonna wait it out, and then attack. I beat you in terms of timing, but that doesn't mean Kazuya's OP or anything. They both become obsolete, yes, but again, if you want to be able to waifu in someone's face to realign without them interrupting you and them respecting you, you've built up that conditioning over time. Most people do not block in Tekken 8. They are relentlessly fucking aggressive. They're just not going to respect that unless you, with very strong gameplay, have conditioned them into blocking. But I don't know what players you're playing against where round, fight, and they just look at you. I haven't seen that in Tekken 8 so far.
You see, when I show Kazuya making his FF2, for example, negate and kill the anti-Kazuya counterplay, the moment I've proved Kazuya Kotes lied about Kazuya's Casino Wave 50-50 being option selectable, the main man immediately goes like,
well, but if we're entering the realm of realignment tags and delayed timings, we're talking about high-level, big-brain, nuanced gameplay. People don't respect you in Tekken 8. Plus frames, turn, everyone presses.
Yada 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 yada, you know how it goes. And that is when we catch him red-handed, because he doesn't ever hold Jin to the same standards for the very same thing he's advocating for Kazuya. You can't make this shit up, bro. When a Jin player delays his timings, goes multiple wave realignment, goes movement versus movement in order to realign his FF2 and respond to movement, now suddenly it's not high level, big brain, nuanced gameplay, but rather
it's monkey mode,
streamlined offense that covers so many of your defensive utility.
Kazuya is still a Tekken 7 character, but somehow is allowed to exist in Tekken 8. Kazuya plays Legacy Tekken still, but he still plays very clean, very honest, I'm going to outplay you Tekken. Jin is allowed Tekken 8 offense. And what do I mean by this, him being a Tekken 8 character? It's streamlined offense. I do my demon pull, boom! There's nothing you can do about it. You basically can't step it.
When Jin has to expose himself with delay timings, wave realignment, or movement versus movement in order to realign and make his FF2 track, that whole
people do not respect you in Tekken 8. People mash, plus frames, turn.
That whole premise goes down the drain, is magically swept under the rug. So you see, Kazuya runs the constant risk of being interrupted by monkey mashers when trying to realign FF2, even though he has life-deleting counter hits down forward 2 to effectively forbid people to trying to press on his turn. But magically, Jin doesn't. When it comes to Jin, it's Jin option selects you with his offense. The whole process of exposing yourself to death when doing so, exactly like Kazuya, is magically never mentioned or ever considered by this dude, bro. Straight up, rules for D, but not for me. You legit, unironically believe the monkey Alisa only presses on Kazuya that she will mid-homing power crush or monkey back 3+4 on your plus frames, but not mine. Only your plus frames are challenged. Only your turn is challenged. But Jin's aren't. Like, how biased and out of touch can someone be, bro? It is always Jin with this guy, bro. He deliberately refuses to apply to Jin the same standards he applies to his own character, even though the technique is literally the same. The application is literally the same. And both moves are sibling moves with the exact same application. The only anomaly here being Kazuya is the one not supposed to have it, actually. And the guy who's supposedly all about
reinforcing core gameplay and identity
conveniently slips on this. And let it be known, I'm not hostile to Kazuya having FF2, even though I'm fully aware he's not supposed to have this. Unlike the main man and Kazuya cultist, I bear no ill will to Kazuya. I'm happy you guys got an advancing mid in the likes of my FF2. I actually respect their grind to a significant degree because I recognize their own personal dramas as a character. You can find more about it here. I actually spent time and effort to advocate for Kazuya in his time of need. Well, now actually every single Mishima got an advancing mid. Even fucking Heihachi, so it now became a standard when it used to be a Jin, Devil Jin exclusive thing. Won't fight it.
Jin is probably the biggest mistake in Tekken 8. Probably, I love this game. This game is a 10 out of 10 for me. But the biggest mistake they ever did with Tekken 8 is Jin Kazama. What he used to be, and what he was in Tekken 7, and what they transformed him into. Well done. Well done. Is a joke that was designers breaking legacy, design philosophy, and not having a clue, it is apparent to me as to what they're doing with those characters.
Gotcha!
that was designers breaking legacy, design philosophy. Jin is a perfect character. He's for sure S tier. What would you tier Heihachi with the info you have right now? With the damage, I would say mid tier. Jin is S tier. Heihachi is going to have a balanced approach now and favor defense quite a bit more than he did before, with some of the best punishers in the game. With everything I'm saying so far about Heihachi, Heihachi is the perfect example of a balanced character in my opinion. I know it's hard, you gotta listen to other streamers and players and Twitter and Reddit, but I can only assure you that people have no clue what they're talking about. They're broken! Oh my god, look at this! Woo! Woo! People have no clue what they're talking about. People have no clue what they're talking about. I do my demon pull. Boom! There's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it.
Forward 4 is completely broken. This has to be changed. Like they made that pickup difficult for a reason in Tekken 7. It can't stay like this. Let's take a look at back 4. Back 4 is one of the coolest moves in the game now, to me, for various reasons. But this move has like the biggest risk reward in the game. And that's Heihachi in this game. Like, risk reward is the most skewed I've ever seen. Like, if this back 4 is blocked, you're at -8 with pushback. That's okay. It's not super good, but it's okay. If this whiffs, however, you are dead. Like, if you whiff this, you are dead. So you can never afford to have that move whiff. It just doesn't work.
Hold it! Oh, you mean like this?
Forward 4 is completely broken. This move has like the biggest risk reward in the game. But, so it's super risky. And it also tracks really poorly. It only tracks if a sidewalk left.
Gotcha! I want you, the spectator, to take notice at the very careful choice of words here. Instead of saying this move fully tracks sidewalk left, which coincidentally happens to be the Mishima's weak side, he carefully chooses his words, saying it poorly tracks to sidewalk right instead.
So if this Heihachi goes towards the arena in the background, this will connect, but if he steps right into the camera, this will whiff, and again he will do this, and it's good night Heihachi, you are dead.
I mean, it's not like Mishimas can completely obliterate you if you keep moving to their strong side, right? truth of the matter being, this move fully tracks Heihachi's weak side. Meanwhile, Jin F4, which he claims is quote-unquote completely broken, is 100% linear. It doesn't track to any side.
But now the strength of it, like if it connects, the biggest risk reward in the game. It's like if it connects.
When it comes to the protected category of characters the main man favors, the glass is always half empty. But when it comes to Jin, and only Jin, and always Jin, and specifically Jin, it's not like even the glass is half full. The glass is always full. It's unbelievable how this guy has legit reasonable takes when it comes to crutch characters, completely broken abominations like Nina or Alisa, for example. Objectively broken and unbalanced characters. Broken in what frame data shows you and what frame data doesn't show you. But is completely blind by hate and bias when it comes to Jin. When it comes to his protege Heihachi, he takes extra amounts of care to not ever paint him or whatever strength he might have in a bad light. So it's not that Heihachi back 4 fully tracks Mishima's weak side. Instead, it is very weak to sidestep right. You see the game he plays here. Now, when it comes to Jin, doesn't matter that F4 is always linear to both sides. Doesn't matter if it deals much less damage in itself and the counter hit combo also deals much less damage and much less carry than Heihachi back 4. Doesn't matter that it doesn't wall splat like Heihachi back 4. Doesn't matter if it doesn't give pushback on block like Heihachi back 4. When it comes to Jin, F4 is completely broken. And why is it broken, you might ask? Because Jin can convert the counter hit combo with a regular easy conversion just like everyone else without elite world-class execution demands, which, again, I am personally against. I'll state this again and again and again and again and again. I never asked for an easier conversion. And I don't want an easier F4 conversion. Jin F4 must have elite execution demands for the counter hit conversion, but not for the sake of elite execution in itself as main man desires it to be. After all, he hates this character. He wants Jin to be absolutely inaccessible while retaining worse properties than everyone else. It's beyond hateful what he does against this character. There's not even words to describe it, bro. No, I want elite execution demands because I want the property supremacy back. I want what I had once again. I want the rewards for my execution. If I have to work infinitely harder than anyone else, I must be rewarded with better properties. It's only natural. For those who don't know, let's talk about Jin F4 and what the main man doesn't want you to know about it. Tekken 7 Jin F4 was one of the greatest appeals from Tekken 7 Jin. And why is it? Because it demanded an elite pickup conversion in order for you to be able to convert the counter hit combo. You either did the elite pickup or you had no combo. Period. There were like, what, 10 dudes on the planet who could actually consistently convert this combo. This made Tekken 7 Jin an absolutely inaccessible character by default, because you couldn't access his keep out power without the demand of elite world-class execution. But there was also a reward to it. Jin F4 had the absolute property supremacy to establish neutral dominance. And what do I mean by property supremacy? I mean that Jin's F4 reached further than any other move from this very same category. It was by far the longest reaching keep out counter hit launching mid, such as Lily f4, Brian 3+4, Facum Run 3+4, etc. So, to me personally, it was the best of both worlds. Elite execution demands rewarded with property supremacy. But what Jhin haters don't tell you is that, for the facilitation of the counter-hit combo conversion, Jhin f4 lost its property supremacy along with it. Its range was drastically reduced. Bruh. To me, it was the worst of both worlds. Now, any chimpanzee has access to something I earned. At the same time, I don't enjoy the property supremacy I had anymore. What happens when you, as the quintessential Tekken character, lose the property supremacy? Let's wage a neutral war here. Fight fire with fire. F4 versus F4. In Tekken 8, for me to start this neutral war and connect my F4 on her without whiffing and killing myself, I have to get inside further at a range where when she blocks my F4, she will always get a guaranteed 50-50 on me, because her retaliation down 3 will always connect and her retaliation F4 will always connect. But when she goes F4 on me, if I want to retaliate my F4, I have to be very cautious because of the risk of whiffing. And to make things worse, if I want to hit her with a low, I don't have the luxury of having a full screen low poke like her down 3. I have to expose myself by getting inside with a dash in and then going for my low. So when I get my F4 blocked, I can't move laterally because both her moves will fully track at -8. I can't backdash because they will always connect regardless. And to make things even worse, I can't even hop kick because some psychopaths at Namco decided her F4 will also become a tornado extender. So if I jump, she gets a full combo on me now. Now, let's go back in time and wage the same war with traditional F4. Now what happens is, I can throw my F4 at an optimal range where both her F4 and down 3 can whiff. And then... KO. The main man wants Jhin to have issues for the sake of having issues. That is the game he plays. And this, coming from the guy that supposedly is all about
reinforcing core gameplay and identity.
The guy who's all about
the character I like is playing Tekken. Therefore, the character I like must have better Tekken buttons and properties than the characters I don't like.
And he's actually right in this regard. Tekken characters must have better Tekken buttons and properties than crutch anti-Tekken characters. He's actually right. For main man, when it comes to Jhin, the same concept never applies. He wants Jhin to have elite, world-class execution demands in order to simply convert a counter-hit combo, while everyone else can casually convert theirs with no issues whatsoever. But at the same time, he wants Jhin to keep having nerfed properties and lose the property supremacy. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not gonna play your game. I'll expose your bullshit for what it is.
Oh, easy pickup. Thank you, Hawawa. 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 Forward 4 is completely broken. What I mean with God button is attacks where you just throw them out and your opponent can't do anything about it. It's a flawless attack where like you're sitting there like, what's the counterplay here exactly? And here is an additional God button. This is the best heat smash in the game. I don't know why it does 50 damage while it also wall splats for guaranteed follow-ups from 50 miles away. If he does it here, best thing you can hope for is blocking it into plus 21 into mix-up. It does chip, it tracks.
Objection! Oh my god, the man can't help himself. He can't stop lying about Jin. Holy shit! Jin's hit smash is one of the most linear, if not the most linear hit smash in the game. Holy shit! He just can't stop, bro. I'll prove with material proof he's lying. Jin's hit smash is so linear that even realignment attacks can fail if you don't do them properly. He hates so much Jin. He's so biased against Jin that even Heihachi's hit smash, which actually tracks, has the actual capacity to track, he claims is linear.
And then you wake up and I can do my heat smash, but it's very steppable.
Meanwhile, Jin's hit smash, which happens to be the most linear hit smash in the game, he claims to be able to track. I can't even, bro. I can't even. It's so easy to say lies and keep fooling thousands of people. It's so easy, man.
Basically, when this character goes into heat, you don't do anything due to the threat of this.
The moment you claim, quote unquote, once Jin triggers heat, there is nothing you can do, only goes to show how much of anti-Jin defense you really know. How are you even serious, bro? If there is a non-threatening hit state in the game, that hit state is Jin's, which is pretty much a non-hit state. Jin's hit state can be defined by a 15 to 10 seconds countdown, in which Jin will pray to God that you make a mistake and he finds a golden opportunity to pull the trigger and make use of his silver bullet, which is always, invariably, a mid. Whether it's his very powerful hit smash or also powerful hit dashes such as F3-1. If you had good anti-Jin defense, right from the moment he triggers hit, you are aware all he has are powerful mid silver bullets. Meanwhile, Jin has no lows to serve as complements to his hit smash. All his damaging lows are reactable. If Jin gets inside and uses his damaging lows, you react and punish. Now, I realize they're apparently not reactable to you, so it's a whole different scenario. If you don't consistently react to Jin down 2, we're literally talking about two completely different characters. But we are talking about meta, right? When you make your tier lists in which you claim this character is a broken S tier, you're talking about the highest levels of play, right? Well, enough said. When we're talking about high level, when Jin triggers heat, everything a Jin player wants is that you commit a mistake by whiffing. He's literally praying to God that you whiff. He has 15 to 10 seconds to create a situation in which you, the high-level defender, is led into making a mistake so he can nail his silver bullet as a whiff punisher, because a high-level defender will always make Jin's hit bar run out by following this ideal modus operandi. Stand block all day, backdash all day, react and punish his damaging lows, down 2, down back 4, LLRK, and disregard his unreactable lows. Down 3, 7 damage, minus 3 on hit, down 4, 11 damage, minus 1 on hit. What you do against this character is so malicious I can't even describe it. You want to hit him in the only thing he has going for him in heat. It's very convenient for you to point out that Jin has a very powerful hit smash without mentioning the fact that Jin has a non-hit state in order to be allowed to have such a powerful hit smash. Jin gets to remain the same character once he triggers his hit mode. He's absolutely the same character. The only difference is he gets a powerful mid-silver bullet. He gets one shot to make it happen. And it's not easy to make it happen when your character has no lows to mix these powerful mids with. Any high-level defender can attest to that. While you hate on Jin's hit smash, every other fucking character in this game gets to have multiple hit enhancements that go beyond hit smashes and hit dashes. Once they trigger heat, every other fucking character gets to become a god mode version of the same character. They get exclusive enhancements that amplify the power, the properties, and the rewards of many moves from their move lists. Or they get access to exclusive, new overpowered moves at the cost of a portion of the hit bar. Not the entire hit bar. Your character, Kazuya himself, gets to become a broken abomination with multiple hit enhancements once he's in heat. He gets an enhanced FF2, enhanced crouch dash 3 with chip and plus, enhanced hell sweeps, the ground stomp, the long range ground laser, a perfect panic button that you can use twice or thrice per match to confiscate a turn at any cost, so you can impose Kazuya's casino once more, and only then, after all this bullshit he puts you through, you will get to use your silver bullet when your hit bar is just about to run out, whether it's your hit smash, an enhanced hell sweep that tracks, wall splats and is -14, whether it's your hit dash, usually down back 1/1+2 or FF2. There are so many characters that not only have multiple hit exclusive enhancements, but at the same time they also get to have a hit smash that is just as good as Jin's hit smash, if not better than Jin's hit smash. But that of course is not convenient for you to talk about. Jin doesn't get to have hit exclusive enhancements. Oh, I forgot, my mistake, my bad. He does get an exclusive hit enhancement. This. Man, I love playing an S tier. You don't know how good it is, having a character that does everything for you. What makes my blood boil at the sight of injustice is not the fact that you point at his hit smash. Jin's hit smash is powerful indeed. It's that you talk about his hit smash without ever touching the subject that should naturally come when we are talking about his hit smash, which is Jin's hit state, or rather, its non-existence. And you also completely sweep under the rug the context of a character with no lows when you talk about such a powerful mid. You hate this character to such an extent it's not even funny, bro. You never present the whole picture. You always cherry pick and sweep everything else that is not convenient to talk about under the rug.
With Heihachi, there's a stronger chance that I'm overestimating him, putting him here. But yeah, Heihachi is not that good. Jin is the strongest Mishima type character in Tekken 8, and he's also the easiest. Heihachi is arguably the hardest character in the game to play.
Hold it! It's funny you say that Jin is the easiest and Heihachi is the hardest, when you just recently made God of Destruction with Heihachi. You downback chew your way into God of Destruction with Heihachi. Heihachi has what? 1 month in Tekken 8? Tekken 8 is out for almost a year already. Now I ask you, where is your God of Destruction Jin, main man? And don't get me wrong, I'm fairly positive you can do it. I'm positive you have the skills to put Tekken 8 Jin in God of Destruction. Tekken 7 Jin on the other hand, well, God only knows. But the thing is, you claim Jin plays for himself. You claim Down 2 does everything for him. You claim FF2 does everything for him. Why didn't you Down 2 your way into God of Destruction with Jin already? I mean, you're the most successful Tekken influencer. You're supposed to live and breathe Tekken. I'm pretty sure you had plenty of time and opportunity to achieve it. Why and how do you have a God of Destruction Heihachi in 1 month of release, and you don't have a God of Destruction Jin in 1 year of release? If Jin is this autopilot, broken abomination you claim he is, where are the actual results such a character would provide? I'll just leave it at that.
He always blocks that. What? What? Skip up or... Yeah, Heihachi is not that good. Heihachi is the perfect example of a balanced character in my opinion. Yes! On a fucking win streak as well. I can't think of a higher execution character. He relies the most on electric, he relies the most on wave dash because he has no tracking whatsoever, so he has to wave to realize.
Hold it! This is not entirely true. Heihachi is not that linear as the main man wants you to believe he is. Despite not having great homing utility, as his key homing is too slow and prone to be interrupted and floated. Most of his move list effectively covers his strong side, and he has a perfect, dedicated move to fully cover his weak side. Don't let the main man fool you, because for the protected category of characters he likes, the glass is always half empty. As you can see, after a mere +4, his X kick, one of his key mids, Flash Punch is already free real estate. It will fully track both sides. He will confirm this, knock you down, or even wall splat you.
So relies on electric because all of his other buttons are so risky. Even these types of mix-ups are super risky. There are so many option selects. So he's very committal.
Hold it! You know who's also option selected on his stance transition since Tekken Tag Tournament 2? Jin Kazama and his Zen game. A down forward 1 mid check option selects the entire Zen game from Jin. But when it comes to Jin's Zen game, it is broken. It makes Jin S tier.
We can go into forward 4, we can go into forward 4 into Zen mix-up, we can talk about Zen mix-ups in general.
But when it comes to Heihachi, his Fujin stance game and his Raijin stance game is always committal and it's option selectable. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. Jin doesn't get unreactable, unbreakable throws on his stance game, bro. What he gets is decent mids, perfectly balanced mids, a good high, and reactable lows. But Jin's is broken. Heihachi's, on the other hand, is option selectable and committal. You can't make this shit up.
I would say mid-tier. Perfect character, he's for sure S tier.
Now, here's that time I bombard you, the spectator, with golden questions. Let's think about it, shall we? We must question ourselves in order to find the truth, and moreover, we must make the right questions. Here we go. A bombardment of questions for the ages. If Tekken 8 Jin is this so-called monkey character that plays itself as the main man claims he is, I wonder what could possibly be the reason For the people that are being able to still find some relative success with Tekken 8 Jin in Tekken 8 meta are exclusively long-time traditional Jin specialists. Why don't we ever see and will ever see an opportunist surfing on this supposed wave of unbalancing that is supposedly happening on Tekken 8 Jin? I wonder why there was not a single opportunist in Tier Horde to show up and prove the main man's point for once. I wonder why there is not a single opportunist that just happened to pick Tekken 8 Jin on the sincere belief that he is a S tier and then shocked the world with the character, dethroning the absolute best by using the supposed broken character that plays for itself. I wonder why, when we talk about actual tier whoring, what we saw was people riding on Dragunov. What we saw was Arslan Ash, the quintessential tier whore, picking Nina, picking Alisa. Arslan Ash, the man himself, claims Jin is a S tier since Tekken 7 days. If that was true, being the quintessential tier whore he is, shouldn't we be seeing an Arslan Ash Jin since forever? I mean, what's going on here? Why no Jin if he's S? Was he afraid he wouldn't make it past pools if he dared to put his money where his mouth is? Or is it another unknown reason I can't really think of beyond the one I just suggested, because that is most likely the case indeed? Oh, but when shit hits the fan, when there's money on the table, why did he go straight to Nina, straight to Alisa? Why did he go straight to the abomination called Tekken 7 Kunimitsu after the severe nerfs on Kazumi that turned her from an abomination to an average, completely balanced character? If Tekken 8 Jin is so easy and broken as the main man, many Tekken influencers and even many competitive players claim, why don't they ever pick Jin themselves and start casually winning tournaments? Why don't these people ever put their money where their mouth is? What we actually saw was guys like Ulsan, like Atif Butt, completely obliterating long-time character specialists like Nobi, a traditional Dragunov specialist for ages. We saw Chikurin, a long-time Jin player, picking a broken abomination that is Lily and steamrolling everyone with her when the abomination called Lily down 3 dealt 17 damage and there was no possible check on Lily 1-1 because she would outspeed a down forward 1 check with her broken back turn 8 frames jab string hit engager. And if you try to jab to outspeed the 8 frame back turn jab, she would back turn 3-4 with a guaranteed quarter circle forward 3 to delete your life bar. We saw them picking everyone except Jin. Even Chikurin, who happens to be a Jin player in the past. Dude prefers to pick Lily for 2 days and destroy everyone, then stick to his guns from day pass. I wonder what could possibly be the reason for that, bro. Now I ask you, did we ever experience the same phenomenon when it comes to Tekken 8 Jin? I mean, opportunist dudes picking a character for 2 weeks and steamrolling the long-time character specialist? Nah. We really didn't, did we? Will we ever see it? Also, definitely not. And by the way, Atif Butt was supposedly a remarkable Jin player, or had a Jin in Tekken 7, or so they said. Where the fuck is his Tekken 8 Jin? Why did he go straight to Dragunov, a completely new character pick, if he already had a Jin locked and loaded to shine? Isn't Jin an unquestionable, undisputed S tier after all? But the main man said he is. The dude said he's perfect. It has to be true, right? Right? Also, where the fuck was Atif Tekken 7 Jin after all when it really counted? When he had the opportunity to finally show the global Tekken community a world champion Jin against John Ding's Eddie, he just picked Akuma. When Akuma has 0 matchup specific advantages against Eddie whatsoever, while Jin has the potential of ideally perfect answers against Eddie, provided the player is a reactive machine. After all, nothing screams more S tier in a character than having your own player hesitate on you and question your winning prospects as a character every single time it really counts, right? Nothing really screams more S tier than that, bro.
Let's see what Book decides to do. He's going to character select. He's switching some buttons too, so he is definitely going to be switching characters. What character will it be though? Or he's just looking at the directions. I don't know, he's not even switching the button.
Really is just hitting buttons right now.
Okay, is it Reyna again? It might be. He might just be taking some time here. Leroy? Leroy Smith locked in for Book. Think it over. He picked it. It's going.
It's going. Leroy Smith making an appearance right here to try to get into the top 8. He truly did not believe in Jin. That was absolute facts.
And I think that's why he chose Reyna immediately, right? But here we go.
So many questions, bro. So many questions. Just one possible answer. They lied to you. This is the biggest collective gaslighting in Tekken history. They are lying about Jin being an easy character because they themselves cannot make Jin work ideally. They don't have the specialized reactive skills to do it. Only Jin specialists do. And this power is not given. It is acquired. It is earned. Let's keep going with another set of questions for the ages. Why is it only former Jin players managing to drop Jin for another character and magically start winning tournaments and getting much better results the exact moment they change characters, but never the other way around? I could mention Cherry Berry Mango, who was in pretty much every single major final when he dropped Tekken 7 Jin and simply picked a Jin better than Jin, called Noctis Lucis Kylum. The moment the dude sets Tekken 7 Jin aside is the exact moment he started completely destroying everyone. Only Arslan Ash could stop this guy at the Tekken World Tour Finals. I could also mention Chikurin in Tekken 8. Chikurin is a long-time Jin player. The dude picks Lily for 2 days and starts destroying everyone, showing better results with Lily than long-time Lily specialists ever had so far in Tekken history. Why is it only Jin players doing this and never the other way around? Why is there not a freaking Xiaoyu player, a Xiaoyu specialist, that embraced Jin and started winning something? Why is there not a freaking King player that decided to pick Jin and started winning tournaments or having any results? Why is there not a Zafina player breaking this paradigm, like, ever? Gee man, I wonder what could possibly be the reason behind it. And not only I'm wondering about it, but I'm actually simultaneously inviting people to prove me wrong. Come on guys, get inspired. Pick Jin. Put your money where your mouth is. Show the Tekken Collective what you've got. Prove to the world stage how broken and unbalanced this character really is. Man, I want this to happen. I want to see Jins becoming champions. Come on, make my day. I dare you. When you keep spreading bias, disinformation, and now hostility about a character for years and years non-stop, and you also happen to be in a position where people take your words as evangelical truths, it is only natural that what ensues as a consequence is a legion of spawns of your own disinformation, parroting and regurgitating every single one of your talking points. It has also come to my attention due to Tekken friends informing me that there are some people who really don't like my Tekken content and what I'm bringing into light. So I went to see for myself. After all, if the criticism is valid, why not?
My tier list videos are different because they are the most accurate tier list videos on YouTube. Every single placement is accurate. Jin, I'm gonna be real, man. Fuck this character. Training Wheel's the character, man. It's so stupid. Everything this guy does tracks for some reason. He's got a broken parry. He's got a stupid counter hit game. A full throw game. A fucking dive kick for some wild reason. Evasion. He's literally a scrub's wet dream right now. And everyone who plays him, fuck you. I hate this character, man. He's in the same tier as Feng, double S tier, without a doubt. And nobody even talks about this character, even though he's so heavily played. If you want a character to carry you through ranks and you don't want to play King because he's a furry, play Jin. The guy is so fucking free, it's not even funny. Fuck this character. Enter Tekken 8. The place where every good character is a dumbed down version of their previous iterations, and where everyone is a fucking Jin player because of it. In Tekken 7, Jin was practically the hardest character to play in the game. He always had the lowest win rates, and because of that, the lowest pick rates in the game as well. This was not because Jin was a bad character by any means. Jin was probably a top 10 character. The issue was, he was a hard character. That required a lot of knowledge of his move list and a lot of skill to play. Nobody playing the MC of your game is generally not a good thing, which is why I wasn't even really mad when they dumped him down for Tekken 8. The problem lies with how they dumped him down. They didn't just give Jin a couple of cheese strings that could help lower ranked players while they figure out the game, or give him 1 or 2 broken moves so his move list doesn't seem so daunting to figure out. No. They gave him everything, evasion, pokes, counter hits, everything, and everything tracks, so they're even removing the 3D element of the game to somewhat appease, for a lack of a better word, scrubs.
Straight name calling, bro. We calling people scrubs, bro. That's so nice of you. I don't even know you. You don't know me. Vice versa. But the first interaction we ever have, I get insulted. And for what exactly? Sharing information you don't want to be shared? Sharing in-depth Tekken content? That makes me a scrub? Well, if I'm being called a scrub, I gotta get to know you, bro. You might have a lot to add to the conversation for me to be called a scrub, right? I might have a lot to learn about my character from you. So let's see the footage, because I'm always down to learning more and more. You might know something about Jin that I probably don't know, right? So let's see firsthand what is the deal. Here we go. So I'ma react to this guy's gameplay. Maybe I can learn something new about my character. Who the hell knows, right? I'd say it's worth giving it a try.
That's what I'm gonna farm my points off of. Battle Ruler Jins. What is with the Battle Ruler Jins, man? Can you guys not rank up?
Whoa, right from the get-go. He totally doesn't hate Jin, guys.
Like, do anything.
Duck it.
Can you guys click anything other than down 2 and just track everything?
Bro, down 2 is not supposed to be moved. Down 2 is supposed to be duck. You see, it is supposed to be reacted, blocked, and punished.
You're an idiot. You are an idiot. This rank session has got me so pressed, man.
Duck it.
Fuck off. Why did I even do that? I meant to do Albatross there. What are you going into your special style for? What? Why?
Duck it.
Play someone else other than Jin. I did the wrong input there. Please, play someone else other than fucking Jin, man. Lord, man. Play someone else. You ain't gonna play me. He's actually playing me again. My guy, you are not gonna learn anything playing against me, I'ma be real. Because you're a fucking Jin player. Just click down 2, man.
Duck it.
Just click down 2.
Duck it. Oh my god.
How did that still get me? Oh, it's because everything tracks with this character. I forgot. My bad.
Or maybe because your movement is shit, bro. Down 1 is not supposed to track Jin's strong side.
Guys, have you noticed that in this game he has done about 18 more down 2s?
Exactly. Like, how is that an issue? Duck it. If he's doing down twos, you're supposed to be winning every single round. You're not supposed to be losing a round. Like, ever.
You're an idiot.
Duck it.
You are an idiot.
And everything tracks, so they're even removing the 3D element of the game.
Play someone else other than Jin. You are an idiot. Play someone else.
Why so much arrogance against a dude who clearly has no idea what he's doing? So far you didn't display anything remarkable when it comes to Steve gameplay as well, bro. I mean, this Jin player is really clueless and has no idea what is going on. But so far, is he the only idiot here? Duck it. No reaction to Zen 2. Duck it. No reaction to down forward 1-4.
You're literally terrible.
Duck it. No reaction to Zen 2 again.
Break a fucking throw. Don't try and throw me. You break the throw, because I've broken your throws. Nice block. You're an idiot though. Good armor.
What the hell? Why are you whiffing so much Sonic Fangs, bro? This is a whiff punisher. You're not supposed to be throwing it like that.
Well, it's either rage up with punish or down 2. So I guess he picked the latter. Good job.
Duck. Duck it.
Good job. You clicked down 2.
Yeah, indeed. He did gazillion down twos. And you didn't react to any single one of them. Are we starting to see a pattern here, bro?
You're an idiot.
Okay, alright. He's the idiot. But you're the one who did not block a single down two in these matches.
I want you to know that you are an idiot. Hit the lab. Nice duck.
Duck it.
Okay, man.
No complaints about Kazuya down 1+2? Or is it only Jin that bothers you? I don't see the same hostility here, even though you got fucked by the same category of movie.
Okay, nice. I guess my down 1 just disappeared into thin air once he clicked down forward 2. I guess it just evaporated into thin air. I guess that's Kazuya's new thing now. When he goes into Devil, he evaporates attacks.
Or maybe we're already minus, then backdashed, then still expected your down 1 would outspeed Kazuya in time.
The fact that that down forward 2 can actually reach me. Fuck off, man. You're so corny with that shit.
Loperi. Bro, what?
Oh my, still caught him. I'm the fucking best. Oh, what am I doing? I meant to do manual peeking in life, man. Well, stop ducking for once in your life. Lovely. And that catches Gale Kick. Alright, spring kick. Oh my, who does that? You need to explain to me who the fuck actually does that shit. Who is doing that? You're doing a while standing launcher.
If it ain't the boss calling the kettle black. You criticize the guy for doing a monkey greedy while standing 2 launcher out of nowhere. But do explain to me, what is this shit, bro? Peekaboo up for 2 out of nowhere. This is minus 15, bro. Why are you doing this in your offensive flowcharts over and over and over again?
With punish me.
Low parry. Oh my god. What the? Oh, come on, I've seen enough. I knew something was up. There is a reason you don't like Tekken 8 Jin and spread hate and hostility against the character. The reason is crystal clear to me, and I really have bad news for you, bro. But let's just keep it at that, alright? Just be more careful when insulting and calling people names. Because when you point a finger at someone, 3 point right back at you. Oh, by the way, I'm a massive Steve Fox fan. I love every single thing about this character. I respect this character and hold him to the highest regard. Just like Lee Chaolan, I consider them the artistic lifetime trio in Tekken. That is, Jin Kazama, Steve Fox, and Lee Chaolan. Mastering these characters is a lifetime endeavor, and it is also a form of art. They have the biggest skill ceiling in the Tekken franchise, by very far, and it's not even a contest. So I want you to know that I don't share your sentiment towards your character. I don't hate Steve, nor I spread disinformation about Steve. All my respect to Steve players. The proof that Jin down 2 is much more reactable than all the other related Mishima chunky low pokes is the fact that I can't replicate with them what I did with Jin down 2. I can't subject myself to 2 frames of input delay and still consistently react to them. I just can't. And I'm pretty sure no non-doped / performance enhanced human can. If a guy can consistently react to these ones with 2 frames of input delay, the way I'm demonstrating it, mixing up different options or the perfect complementary mid when it exists, he's most likely doped with a performance enhancer. There's just no way. Let me give you more examples to prove that Low's reactability have much more factors to be taken into account than only frame startup in itself. Of course, frame startup being the most important factor, but it doesn't paint the whole picture. There are more factors to be taken into account. And that's it for today, guys. I'm very sorry for taking so long to produce content. I was out of town for 2 weeks. As I promised you guys, I'll be resuming the production of that large-scale project, Unraveling Modern Tekken. About this video in particular, I felt I had to do it to settle this once and for all. And if you believe this conversation is worth having, please share it with your Tekken friends. Don't let this conversation die with you. Pass it around. Also, if you appreciated this content, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. This took me quite a while to produce, and I really hope you appreciate it. There are big things to come, like big things. Worthy, substantial. I promise you guys I will not disappoint. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for the support you guys give me. We'll be seeing each other again. God bless.